It's good though. It's good for a laugh. The app's a fucking joke. So she's
Yeah,
giving it to them.
I don't take anything serious on here anymore. So seeing that is
Why would you? Why would you
exactly.
pay anything serious to anyone on this app? And like, I don't know, man. I go on their live and like, did you see how quick they were like, oh, Backwoods is like, I didn't even
Oh,
say
I
anything.
liked
I didn't even
one
say
thing.
anything, bro.
One thing I liked is exposing the hypocrisy because it was funny to have Nick telling her that she's a victim to everything. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
I mean, like she's just, anyways, fucking hilarious.
that's cool, Seaman. Good thing the date circled.
Seaman.
You got that circled right there. Bam. What's up, doses?
Seaman would be an easy one to add to the board, just like a little tadpole.
Yeah, just an afterthought before you flushed them down the toilet.
I don't even have to do any eyes or anything like that.
No, if somebody could get like, I seriously would. I want to talk to her, man. Fuck, like a one-on-one without anybody
I'll
around.
mute. I will mute.
I don't know. I can't put her. Like I can't. I like somebody blocked her, and then from my live the other day, and then if she's not friends with me, I can't invite her. I tried to look her up. I just added her, at least what I thought was her. But yeah, why do you
Hmm.
see the same people on here all day long? Where the fuck you talking about, bro? I ain't even been on the app. It's fucking 7:51 at night. I need Samantha. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's got her, but fuck, somebody needs to invite her to this live. I just seen her in there like killing the lefties, and I love it. I love the consistency. I love the fact that she's not on sides and she's crazy as fuck. I think she's my new best friend. I think she deserves the new algo spot. the most most
Her own algorithm.
most like influential person in 2 months.
I'm I'm actually looking forward to election
Oh
time. See what the lives are going to be like. Those are going to be lit.
man, like this is the stupid shit they're saying. You remember that time Backwoods punched a wall? Like, do you think give a fuck about what you think?
Uh,
You remember that time? You remember that time Backwoods like stopped following God? You remember that time? You remember that time when you couldn't shut the fuck up about me and I don't care who you are? Yeah, dude, I know. I know I have anger. Is it like have I ever told anyone on the app that I didn't have anger issues?
no.
Yeah, pretty sure that's common knowledge. I'm pretty sure I brought to the
it's
forefront. Thanks for the info. Thanks for teaching me something about
that's
myself I didn't already fucking know.
that's part of the real part.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
there.
Thanks for the news flash, Seaman. Thank you. Couldn't have figured it out unless I came on this app and spoke to your fucking troll ass. Yeah, just show me what a man is. I'm sure you will. I could have been born a fucking eunuch and still be more of a man than you, but
Hey, am I still a mod?
and you're
I was enjoying my power yesterday. I was putting up
I
gold.
can mod you up. I don't know if that was this one. No, that's on the other one. I got tons of mods on the other one.
Yeah, I think
Tons.
everybody in the box was a mod.
I think, man, I got so many people that are on a mod on that one. I don't even fucking know. There you
Mod me.
go.
I like making polls.
Listen, I'm not inviting anyone up onto this one. I just, man, I want to talk to Samantha. Samantha's fucking the shit. She was calling them all racist. It was fucking sweet. You're racist against white people. Like, that's tough. Like, let's go. Let's go.
Uh,
Nah. Why is like Alex and fucking what's her nuts so triggered? They fucking hate me. Yeah, I'm not here to learn stuff today, Venom. Thanks for the fucking Bible stuff, but I had enough. No one plays by those rules here. They're constantly making fun of God and Jesus. What do you mean? Who's sick? Who's sick? Samantha sick? That girl from TikTok? You know what? You need to learn, Venom. You need to learn some humbleness, bro. We're all human. And you're far from fucking perfect, bud. Far from perfect. Just to let you know. So
That's
take
true,
your
and I'll say the same about myself.
fuck.
So. You ever seen that Cash Live? So I get a kick out of that one. I'm like, every live, like imagine the dedication. So like I left a cult, right? And I would say I experienced religious trauma,
Yeah.
but I couldn't imagine doing a live about it like every day for 6 months on this app and like just trying to spew hate, whatever. So they got some guy in there today, and he's like pushing his book. So this one guy, after a couple thousand years, has now solved the key to that everything is fiction. So I'm going to Amazon.
Now I know we're living in time, but I don't know how quick it's gonna come. Everything's happening to an accordance, but it's time. Who knows? All I know, there's a tether there. I just had to take a break, just like usual. I don't feel attacked though. I don't have spiritual attacks because when you're not drawn closer to God, it's just things leave you alone.
So are you meeting Seaman at the airport?
Yeah, fuck, it doesn't matter.
Coffee and a knuckle sandwich?
Yeah. Bring your Starbucks and Tim Hortons and all that jazz. Yo, somebody in the comments, do you know Samantha? Does anybody have Samantha, the crazy kook? Somebody share the live to Samantha. Fuck. It's the only reason I stopped this to go. Oh, the scientist. Fuck. You might be as interesting. Maybe we'll bring you up for a minute, you cook. Should we charge him? What's that? The fucking Isaac does? Fucking idiot tab.
Smartass. I learned on YouTube. I mean, I like to draw first, but I just started watching YouTube videos about 12 years ago for art.
Come on, scientist, you coming up or what? Seems like I'm fucking every fucking. You got like one other video, somebody else. Every three videos are about me, and then get one about somebody else.
Scientist, can you come up as Apollo? And just that video that you just made about trying to find the nice in somebody, were you talking about me?
It's kind of funny. Like I don't know if you're
I'm, I'm,
monitoring.
I'm, I'm one of those ones that takes everybody's videos and puts it towards themselves.
Lo, I don't know if he's monitoring like fucking Fancy's page, but I made a comment, and like literally like 5 minutes later, the scientist comments. There's no way that he would have been noticed on the comments before Fancy. Like it's instantaneous. So like I'm still going back to multiple people running that account. Multiple people. Samantha's here? Yes, Samantha, come up to the box. Are you in
Okay,
the
I'll
live?
wait. I'll be nice.
Where is Samantha? There we go. You're coming up.
All right, I'm muting.
I love her crazy ass, man. Fucking shit.
They're driving me nuts over there. I'm glad you guys started the live.
Good. I wanted to talk to you without the right
Yeah.
attacking you, without the left attacking you, just have a conversation because by far I thought you were like the craziest person I've seen on TikTok, which I still have that kind of a little bit of a persona, but I love it. I think it's fucking awesome to me. Might be my new best friend on here. Let's go.
Well, are you being serious? Because like I'm just so fed up with the disinformation.
Yeah, I like the fact that you don't give a fuck and you don't care what anybody fucking thinks.
They
And
just called me a
definitely consistent.
cracker, and then they're trying to explain away that that's not a racist term. For me, it's racist. Like I was, in the 90s, they called us crackers because they were racist against us being white. And then they're trying to explain away that you can't be racist against white people. Like what in the actual hell? How can anybody's brain even say that? Like
Yeah.
racism, it can be against any race.
yeah, it's nonsense. Don't even pay attention to that shit. So what's your story, you old coot? Come on, tell me what's the story? I seen you try to come at me in the comments a few times over my shit. Where you just
Okay,
trying
I'll
to
tell
get
you why I was coming at you. Okay, I was coming at you probably because of being a freedom fighter, if anything. That's probably about it. That's all I was doing was that, honestly, when I come across everybody with the name fucking and stuff, I was looking for freedom fighters to like kind of give lip off, basically, because you guys come on TikTok. It gave me an opportunity to have my opinion about what you guys had done, right?
What was so bad about what they did? Dave, I'd let you up, but you don't get along with Samantha. And I don't want her overworked or overheated. And I don't want her picked at because I want to have a conversation with her because I'm curious about this broad and what her backstory is and everything.
She's on her downtime right now.
Yeah. And you guys kind of work her up and you get her all fucking like flustered. So just, and I like the fact that she doesn't like Isaac too. That's fucking sweet.
Well, I tried to support Isaac as a creator, but then that got that's just weird. He called me a racist too. Like everybody's calling me a racist. Like what's different? And then on that other panel, you guys, the other thing that really bothers me is like everybody looking for a victim card over their sexuality. Like, and that's what I say to them. Like my aunt's been a lesbian, full blown lesbian, like since the 70s, 80s. We went all through that shit. Like, don't cry to me that you can't come out because you're gay in 2024. Like,
All right. So my question is, so when you first came on here, you had a problem with freedom fighters. Like, what was your qualm with what had happened?
with what happened, the biggest problem, because of my location, I'm in London, okay? And I appreciate you listening to me if these other people can mute, because I'm going to tell you why. Well, for one, the mandates were just about up. But once it carried on, my daughter is Métis. They're Métis status, my kids. She's only 5 feet tall. She's timid. I don't know how else to describe her, but we were in London, and it got overwhelming for her, and she couldn't understand why all the white people were getting away with shutting everything down, and it scared her, and I don't know if it triggered past trauma or what, but so by the time it had shut the Ambassador Bridge down, like I was done. My daughter was mentally suffering from it. Bad. And like I said, we're in London, right? So, and once it moved past here and shut down the border, she just couldn't believe it. And she's like, why are all of these white people getting away with doing this again? So, like I said, I don't know if it triggered genetic trauma or what, but. So I wasn't supporting it at all,
But what about the natives that went to Ottawa that supported the convoy?
Well, every nationality, bits and parts of every nationality, if you want to, call it that went. But I mean, not all natives did, right? Like this blue comes at me all the time, like she's so indigenous and I'm so not. Like, I don't want to have to explain where I fit into the indigenous community. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to explain that. But the fact is, my stepmother, who was married to my father for 33 years, was legitimate part of the scoop. Her and her 3 siblings, and they managed to keep their relationship together, but they never had their parents again. So all her fucking trauma, you know, I was raised by her.
So Samantha, do you believe in the vaccination and the boosters and all that? Like, are you at the point you still believe in the mandates and what they were trying to push forward?
I don't have, I haven't had a shot since 2022, and my mom's a little bit leery about what happened to her on the last shot. I just really honestly pulled the vaccines right back to my day one, and if they wouldn't have vaccinated me with all those other vaccines, I wouldn't have even been alive. You know what I mean? Like we take like 18 or 20 vaccines in our first 18 months of life. And if we don't take those, we none of us would have been alive to see the pandemic. So I just stayed in that stance with it.
So, what is your qualm with the, like, all of us now? Like,
Nothing. I just feel like I'm just fighting to defend myself at this point against all my haters on here.
okay, what do you? So you're a proclaimed lefty, right? You say you're.
I am. I'm a big Trudeau fan.
So why do you fight with all the lefties?
Well, because as Bells and everybody said, nobody accepts me, not the left or the right. Nobody wants me. The white don't, the black don't, the left don't, the right don't.
What is it about Trudeau that you support?
I would tell you that most of my life in Canada, we were run by conservative government. The majority of my life. I don't know about anybody else's, right? Because it changes.
I'm 55. Yeah, so
Right. So I've majority been run under conservatives. And I have just liked life a lot better as a liberal in Canada being liberals.
So in BC, they tried to get.
Just hold on. Let Slip go there.
Okay.
And we can.
So in BC, they let all the drugs out onto the street, made it legal, basically. They ran into problems of people doing crack in the hospitals, finding needles in parks, and BC asked the federal government for help, and Trudeau trimmed down.
Well, we don't have enough money, right? We sent it over.
Well, bring it back to the conservatives who legalized methadone, which is legalized drug dealing, and that's where it all started.
What were you gonna say, Aaron?
Well, she just said conservatives run most of her life. It's like, I mean, in her.
I remember
in her
when
time,
Tories brought
we would have had
methadone.
like what 18 years of.
Well, they thought it was going to help downtown Vancouver.
With Martin.
Nothing can help downtown Vancouver.
I'm just trying to add up the.
But that's what they thought
kind of
methadone
liberal-
was going to do is help. I don't know who's rambling over me, but I'm not going to sit up here like that.
Yeah. Maine and Hastings has been like that for 50 years plus. Just saying.
But that's where they tried their old methadone experiment. They started it like in the late 80s. And to me, it's legalized drug dealing, you guys. Like, I am an addict in recovery, 4 years in recovery. I've been there, done it all. And that he was probably the methadone doctor was my worst drug dealer in my life. You know, he tried to keep me there. He kept me there for 4 or 5 years. And finally one day I said, no fucking way am I doing this. And he said, oh, you're just lucky you even still have your teeth.
Yeah.
That's the
I've
problem.
been in recovery for 24. Well, I'm clean and sober 24 years, but I've been in since 1992. And most of that, aside from 6 months, has been clean and sober.
You guys believe that, oh, my phone's going to die, that, do you believe that you're clean on methadone?
No. All right.
No, it's just that's a crutch, right?
Right.
It's like, yeah, going from hard
It's a
liquor
stepping stone to try to get you to where you need to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like
Congrats, Slip, for
full
getting
turkey
clean,
or
bro.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really a kind of a harm reduction and a step down, trying to step out of the addictive.
What happened to
That's a
me
compulsion.
with the methadone, actually? Because I was here in Ontario and I went to Alberta. And he had me at a crazy amount, 100 milligrams. And I went to Alberta, and Red Deer got me down to like 20 milligrams or something, just under 20. And then I come back here after 2 years and went back to that doctor, and he started taking it back up. And that's why I just said no. And it was easy, actually. I got to be honest. It was easy to walk out that door and never take it again.
I'll let you
Good for you,
That's
Samantha.
awesome.
I'll let you up, shenanigans, but we're going to try to keep this respectful. I've seen you have a video. You and Samantha has beef. She hasn't had a platform, at least from my viewing, where I actually heard her be able to talk without crazy shit going down. So I'm trying to figure out where she came from and all that shit. So,
Yeah, I'm not here to be disrespectful.
all right.
So you know the old adage, Samantha, of the addiction doing push-ups in the dark.
Yeah.
Our emotions can fucking do that to us too.
Well, and acting dirty,
It can
like
grab
you know
us.
what I do on here, Slip, like this stuff that I do on here, and I've been on the phone with my sponsor today, but it's called being clean and acting dirty. And it is very much my disease, up here acting all out and stuff. And it is my disease, like you said, doing push-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to be careful with. Like I went out after 7 years, and it was stuff like that it was part and parcel to get me out the door and taking that first drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful about shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That and ego.
Yeah, I know. I'm working my steps.
You're modded. You're modded.
Take it easy on yourself there.
Thank you.
I don't know. Like, I find you haven't had a fair shake since I met you.
There's a
I'll
reason.
be honest too, Samantha. I the only reason I come at you is because you come at me. I have no beef with you.
I feel like I have just had to defend myself against a bunch of shit, but I mean, I have acted up, like I said. People know it, recovery and stuff like that. But a lot of it for me is defending myself because nobody wants lies about them out there.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact you're crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I can't.
Basically, I don't
relate.
My
basically, I
family
don't-
is sick of me.
Basically, I don't give a fuck what you say or who you are. If you're an addict in recovery and you're sliding around all over the place, it's behooving to me to fucking say something so you don't wind up back where you started and possibly dead. So.
What happened in the rooms, actually, I've seen them come and go back out and not come back.
No. Who's got somebody's got huge static feedback. Trying to figure out who.
I think it's Shani. She goes out for smokes.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, so I think Samantha, if you'll find most people here will just do exactly, if you think about it, they'll do what you do. So if you would yell at them, they'll yell back. And like I can relate, I don't give a crap on here. So I tend to, I tend to slap back, right? But deep down inside, I
Chat,
almost
like you
gave a
guys are
shit.
talking to me, and then I'm looking at the chat, so then I'm distracted, and I'm thinking I got to get down because I'm gonna get reported. And
Nobody's.
Well, no, you won't get
you're not
reported
doing
now.
anything to get reported.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
Hey, you won't get reported now, but
I
that's why
find
you got to get 5-6 accounts going. To be mouthy, you got to have 5-6 accounts, don't you?
I have to. And I did used to call myself Sassy on here, but that didn't last too long. That really got me in trouble with the name Sassy.
okay. Here's another question: like, if you weren't down with all that stuff, like, how come you only found our crazy alcohol like 2 months ago or whatever you said?
I'm not too sure how that went down. I might have been shenanigans there. I think I might have got in your algorithm because of her. And I was also saying to my mom, like, there's a lot of people ending up in my algorithm who live really close to me, which is kind of freaking me out.
It's kind of like dominoes when you find one,
Well, no, like this one, like I said, like Backwoods, like I think it is because of that. Like, I've come into those lives intentionally because of Shani. Because I met her when I got my live right away.
I hate to do this, but
Yeah,
you know
we were
how
cool
I
for a
found,
long time.
you know how I found this side of the house? This algorithm? I think it was through Jimmy. See, y'all can blame Jimmy that I'm here.
All right. Fucking Jimmy.
David, are you hungover today?
Am I hungover?
Yeah, you stayed up all night drinking. It was crazy. I was drunk looking at a couple of you guys.
Samantha, I don't drink, so
Well, you
it's awkward. You seem like I drink?
seemed drunk last night.
When? I got off here at 10 o'clock last night.
Oh, maybe it was a different David.
Yeah. It's not, if it's a different David, it's not as important as me. So you know. I'm way important.
I'm going to be a little controversial and a little insensitive to people that do drink and maybe have problems with it. But stop turning the new fucking 2024 fucking country tune into a goddamn sobriety song, okay? I just want to get tipsy and fucking drink over the summer and not worry about you not having a drink. Stop putting TikToks saying this is why I quit.
There's one thing about that whole program stuff is, you know, in part of the book it says we do recover. That means you recover and then you go out and you live your life. You don't sit around and in the rut and fucking hang up pictures. You get on with your fucking life and then, you know, it is what it is.
Shut
So I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, no.
I work a program slip. I don't know if you do or not, so I'm just going to keep.
Oh, I do, but you know,
So do you go to meetings?
rarely.
Well, I do every day.
Yeah, no, I just found it leads into a vicious circle. But for a time, you do need them, and you do have to go through that cycle. But it does.
Are you guys that I would have?
Everyone's recovery is different.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got recovery if it wasn't in the pandemic. I don't think. I think that's why I have recovery is because everybody came on a platform like this. Like I think these kind of platforms saved my life.
Yeah, I've been going through that process. We're in that community and just living life for over 30 years. So it has its ups and flows and changes.
So
You know, my ghost daddy, though, Samantha, would beat your ghost daddy. Just saying.
What does that mean? Well, we might be related. You do kind of look like my family, and you're from the East Coast. There was lots of us out there.
You were
She
telling
was a
somebody.
distant cousin.
You were
She
telling
lived way up
somebody
the
the other
road.
day that if your dad was alive, he'd beat the shit out of them. I'm just saying.
That was me.
Stuttering.
That reminds me of
I'm
that.
not used to people coming for my dad. You know what I mean? Nobody comes for my dad.
That reminds me of that one comedian. My dad can beat up your dad. Well, how much is that going to cost me?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I mean, she did hold her own against Nick in his old one today.
What was
I
that?
saw that live. Samantha.
No, it was the squeaky toys.
All I know,
Somebody's going
Samantha, from here on out,
That was my dog.
if you're in a lefty live and you're going to town on them, invite me, okay?
Invite us, yeah.
Invite us for the
I
fucking
would like
watch
to-
down.
I would like to come and help. I could come
Well, I
and
think
help.
I've been on one all day.
I mean, she did do well from what I saw. And I don't like Samantha, and Samantha doesn't like me, but she did do well.
I don't dislike
What?
anybody.
Yeah.
That's not true to say. I don't dislike people. So
Could have fooled me.
I know.
Yeah, fucking idiot is just a term of endearment, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Don't we use the word sorry?
Basically how I was raised, you guys. They were all like made fun of me because I was the little white girl, like. And that's why I find it baffling that people think that we can't experience racism. I love it all, but I was the dumb little white girl all my life. White girl couldn't dance, like that shit.
I mean, we all
was-
understand you have issues, Samantha, but I thought it was hilarious when you were in that live today. That actually made me laugh.
What part? I don't even know what you guys are on about.
The LGBTQ part, when you're sitting there and you're like, I don't give a fuck whose ass you're or what did you say? Something about fucking asses?
So they started to call her a cis whatever. She's like, don't fucking say that to me.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, oh, she's going off. Okay, here we go.
Did you drop the fag bomb? Did you say that?
Yeah,
No.
they kept me. I did. They kept me up there
She
till I
did.
did it again.
She
till
did.
I did it
Did
again.
she? I didn't hear that.
I did
Yeah,
it
she said
again.
faggot, I think, a few times. It was funny as hell.
You can't
This
say
is why I don't understand.
Only
How
once.
are you a lefty?
There's only
Like,
once.
You were
You
not
said it
like-
twice, Samantha. You said it twice.
Did I? I don't know.
You said it twice.
because
I fucking laughed.
I mean, like, Joe was also going at us.
Dude, I love the crazy laugh. Like, I can't. I love this.
I just can't understand why they're so sensitive about it, and that's what I was really pushing for today. Is like, listen, this is already the.
Samantha, I've been on this battle for like 3 years. You understand?
I know what you would have liked Backwoods. I told them to get rid. This is what you guys liked. I told them to get rid of their rainbow flags.
No.
That they were
No.
for war.
No,
I said
what I liked
flags
is
are for
when,
war, not the.
what I liked is when Nick started coming after you, you held your own, and then they all started jumping on you, and you still held your own. Which, even when we jump on you here, you still hold your own. So that's what I have to give you props on, that you keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
Like, you don't.
Like that. That's what we say at Narcotics Anonymous. Keep coming back.
Get out.
One day at a time.
Like, I don't like you by any means, Samantha, but good on you for holding
Get
on
in.
in all these lives.
Oh
I
my
can't wait
God!
till
I'm
it gets to
gonna
the apology
cry.
phase.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know how to feel right now, Samantha. You're kind of batshit crazy.
Yeah,
I like.
Right?
I like
I
it
don't know how
too.
to feel.
I'm like, I decided that after I seen her go after the left, like, for what I seen her with the righties, I don't know. Tag me and I'm there with you. Why are they so sensitive? I'm with you. I'm all the way.
Yeah.
You can love Trudeau all you want. Just stay crazy. Keep calling them. Keep dropping
Just
F-bombs.
keep it crazy. Yep.
Yeah, keep it crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, I wouldn't agree on the F-bomb part, but, like,
No,
Dylan, come on now.
sensitive.
That's enough.
I didn't want to say that. I don't know why I say that. That's what I mean. Like, I'm so much like, it's just so far back in my life, and that's why I think I keep saying it. Like, smarten the hell up. We've already paved this road. Like, why are you making such a big deal about this? And then they're trying to tell me that they experience so much hate that I don't understand. And
People
maybe
experience fucking real traumas. I see them out there doing the shit I'm doing, punching barbecues and walls and shit. Like, fuck, shut up.
well, they said, okay, I'm going to drop a name. Nick said that he got harassed in Niagara Falls this weekend for holding his husband's hand.
Whatever. Oh, well.
Right. That's me. I'm
Get
like,
over it.
that's what I feel like saying to Nick. I have said to Nick, I'm like, okay, Nick, big deal.
Hold on. Harassed by
Move
who?
on.
No. Harassed by what?
I'm not.
Because I mean, sorry. They just finished doing this stupid fucking rally last week, where they're sitting there saying that there's this massive hate group going around Canada right now that's attacking the LGBTQ, mostly the trans. Okay, which group is this that they're talking about? Who are they talking
I
about?
think it's me they're talking about.
No. The thing is, there is no group. There's no massive fucking Canadian hate group that's after the LGBTQ. This is stupid. If there was, I would have signed up for it already.
Right. I hear you. I wasn't even recruited, and that's not fair. Same with Diagolon. If there was a Diagolon, I'd be recruited, and I'm not, so I don't believe in it yet.
Exactly.
I asked this guy I've been talking to last night. I said, so do you know what Diagolon is? Trying to make fun of Jimmy, of course, and all of you guys. And he did. Oh, yeah, those are my buddies.
Dolphin noises.
Holy shit. I thought your Diagolon shit was a joke until the last couple of weeks. I didn't know you guys were serious about this.
Diagolon is a joke. It's a joke.
Is it a joke, though?
Hate speech.
Absolutely.
Just drop down.
Absolutely a joke.
Drop down and come back up, Mer. Fuck.
Look at their vice president. It's a cocaine addicted, time traveling goat. If you take that seriously, then there's something wrong with you.
I was just reading the comments. So it's not, so it is just a joke, like I
Yes,
thought.
it's just a fucking joke.
Oh, well, he must think I'm a real dipshit.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of people that don't know how to take down the crap.
Jimmy takes it seriously.
No, I think Jimmy thinks you're based somewhat.
Just based, and I don't even know what that means.
It means
It's
you're
like-
foundational.
It's like your
It's what we
foundation,
base
like you're
things.
solid.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, based.
Based, yeah.
Based.
like you're
Well, I
solid.
like it. Yeah, I am. That's true.
And that's why what you'll find is, Samantha, is most of us are in agreement with you. But you got to stop telling people you're a leftist.
Oh,
No. I like her crazy leftist ideologies. Don't you
Yeah.
dare stop. We're not taking that away.
I like the ideologies, but I just don't think she should be bragging about it.
Well, I think you're going to be very sad to know, David, that if you vote in the Conservatives, I'm leaving and going to Ireland for at least 6 months.
That will disappoint me, Samantha. I will
I
reconsider my vote right
Have
now.
TikTok.
You know, they're probably going to get
Bon
back
voyage.
the government. You know that, right?
really right.
What did you say, Backwoods?
I said they're probably going to get in with a majority government. You know that, right?
I feel like they are. Like, I did feel like they were until the last few weeks. Now I'm starting to wonder if you guys are going to blow it.
Not now. I'm not voting because I don't want Samantha to leave. We need her here.
It's not going to matter
David, vote
because the
Trudeau,
Senate's
vote
already
Trudeau.
stacked.
Vote Trudeau. Vote Trudeau.
I'm gonna vote Trudeau now and sink this ship with the rest.
Yeah, I might as well finish it off.
Yeah, it's not going to matter because
put
the
it on.
Senate's already stacked. 81 liberal-leaning senators in 105. Yeah, good luck with passing anything.
Yeah. Unless another round of vaccinations come in and we get rid of them.
That was bad.
Sorry, I didn't mean what I said, but I meant what I said.
Careful. That could be taken as hate speech. Be careful.
That's okay. I'm good with it.
Who are freedom fighters?
They brute.
I'm vaccinated for the most part. Is that part of what you wanted to?
That explains a lot, Samantha, to be honest. What are you on, like your 4th or 5th booster?
No, I just finished. Oh, yes, you came along late. I haven't had one since 2022, May 2022.
Yeah, but
How many did you have, though?
Early tones. 4.
I think
Right.
3. For some reason, I think I had 3. And again, I went along with because of my daughter. My daughter, I do whatever my daughter wants.
I did my 12th
No,
one
I
in
understand
my
that.
eye.
I get that. No, I understand like what she's going through right now. It's like, for your family, for your kids, if they're being pressured to do it, you do it as a parent. I get that.
Yeah, she wanted me to, and these guys were acting up. I think you missed that part, Mark, because Backwoods was asking about that and why I didn't support the freedom fighters, and it had a lot to do with my daughter and how it affected her.
Well, we know that your daughter now doesn't make wise decisions. So are you going to start making better decisions moving
Well, she
forward?
hasn't got any more either since then. So
Yes, but has your mind changed
2
about
years?
hold on? Have you changed your mind about the convoy now though? 'Cause
No.
You're in a room full of convoy.
No, I'll still ride.
Samantha, what
your
about the
guys' ass.
organic part of the
Nope,
convoy,
none
not
of
the
it.
freedom
I'll
fighters,
say,
the
"Oh, you're
thousands
gonna
of
turn me
Canadians
up.
that line
Backwoods
the...
doesn't want me heated. I'll start fighting with you guys and tell you how silly
Oh,
you are.
I don't care. I'm in
please
for
don't
whatever
fight.
Because the
happens.
mandates were up 2
You
weeks
take as much
after.
tax as you want, brother. Take as many as you want, bud.
Okay, well, the
Yeah,
mandates were up 2 weeks after you guys went out there, and you could have found a greener way to protest. And you're supposed to go home
come
after
on.
protest and come back the next day.
So did you say that to the people that are protesting for Palestine? You just told me that same minute?
Oh yeah, let's
Ruh-roh.
talk about that.
No,
Let's
but
talk
are you?
about
they put
that,
up,
you guys, and
uh,
how God shot down that Iranian president last night.
Let's go,
That's
baby.
God stopping World War III right in front of our eyes.
What?
God shot
Okay,
him down?
hold on. How can you be a leftist and then
What
believe
are
in
you
God?
talking about?
We're losing here.
It's so nuts.
Talking
we're
about
losing.
Dude, the
the
vaccine is
Iranian
strong with this
president
one.
falling out of the sky last night.
The vaccine is very strong with you, Samantha. I can see it right now.
Off the vaccine, let's get to this Iranian president dying in his helicopter yesterday.
Wait, Samantha, you said the app saved your life.
No,
I had nothing to do with the
that-
I had nothing to do with the convoy, but the organic part of it, of giving hope to Canadians that we're like waiting on somebody to do something or show some kind of resistance to what was going on. Like, you don't feel anything for like the thousands of Canadians that were not considered like freedom fighters.
He didn't assassinate him. Oh, sorry, Wheat King, you're boring me.
Well, even the spin-off of Wheat Kings, like, even Butters admits he understands why the convoy happened. He might not agree with it, but he can get why it happened.
No, I just think it was a bunch of unemployed truckers that wanted to get drunk and party together.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Sense. Unemployed truckers.
Sorry for boring you. I'm sure I didn't dry you up. It's been dry for years. But whatever.
One of the things that was happening with truckers that had to go over the border is they had to do testing on both sides of the border and do
90% of
mandatory. They had to do mandatory.
Come on, you guys.
Did you hear what she
on both
said?
sides of the
90%
border?
of the
Samantha,
truckers were
What the
at
fuck are
work.
you, an unemployed trucker? Makes no sense.
No, that's Brian. What I said is
Hold on, will
No,
everybody...
you said unemployed truckers.
Brian,
Don't fucking
hold
change
on.
it.
Brian. Everybody just one at a time with Samantha, because she'll get overloaded.
Everybody's
It's crazy.
needs to stop. Samantha, you can't be 2SLGBTQIA++ up here.
David.
I don't have the sheep on
Plus.
it fucking
Plus.
repainted on. No sheep in my phone.
So from what I understand, you don't agree with the convoy, you like Trudeau, and you disagree with every other leftist ideology.
Like,
And you believe in God. Hold on. And you believe in God. Say all that again. How does that work? How does that
You know
work?
that? You know how that guy died in his helicopter?
So are
He
you
took his
guys.
third shot.
We're all
Yeah, but
God's
how are you?
I swear to God.
Hold on. How are you a leftist and
We
also
are
believe in
all God's children.
She made sense. She made sense in the other room saying in 2024 it's not a big fucking deal to be gay anymore. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is the truth. And Nick lying to her and saying that somebody called his work to fire him because he was gay, not because he was gay, it's because he's a fucking asshole.
Right. Right.
Like, just like, I'm sick of that. Like, take a fucking accountability for being one of the biggest fucking dicks.
Yes.
And it's not because you're gay. Nobody fucking cares. It's because you're a dick. So,
Jesus.
You guys heard all of that stuff? I didn't know you guys were all in the room. I wasn't.
Can I, Samantha? Are you married to Common Sense Carl? Because both of you guys just troll. That's all you guys do. You troll the comments, and you guys make the same stuff. So, I mean, Common Sense Carl. This guy has been on TikTok for
I
42
hate
years.
texting.
Same 58 followers, probably family members. Like, honestly,
Yeah, but
buddy,
he's got
like, when are you
he's
gonna-
got 200 and some odd pending though, Mark.
No, does he? 200? Oh.
That's what he says. That's always been his.
Right, guy, we know you're the fringe
He's
minority.
still stuck. Oh no, you actually got an extra follower. Who did that? Bearwoods, is that you?
This is the other thing Backwoods. Backwoods,
You
they
followed Common Sense
so at the
Carl.
Freedom Convoy, there was
Where's
like
it?
less than 1 million people supporting you guys. Less
Oh,
than
that's
1 million.
bullshit.
There was way
You
more
guys
than
were
that.
saying that most of Canada, and I'm thinking,
Bullshit.
how is less than 1 million
Bullshit.
most of 38
But
million?
Samantha, I have a question,
we got
Samantha.
Way
Don't-
more than
don't
1
cut
million
me
people
off.
support, man.
I didn't even get to
Samantha.
finish the
More.
question.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there's way more. You don't have to ask a question. It was way more than 1 million people.
What do you think it's like though when they really
I know. I drove.
socially
fucking-
shamed people? No, they socially shamed people for wanting to do what they wanted to do, and then they blamed it and said, "Oh, it's your consequence." Now, if I said the left to
He
the
was just mad
left,
she
well,
couldn't
you know
hear.
what? Your consequences, you lip off at me, I slap you upside your head. But they'll be like, "Oh, that's
I gotta cut
illegal.
off.
You
You're
can't
just
do
so
that." But
long-winded,
that's your
David. You're so
consequence.
damn long-winded. What would you do if it would have? What do you think the Conservatives would have done in a pandemic?
What?
Nothing
Differently?
What do you
Exactly.
Would they have
what?
done differently?
We tried
They
to
wouldn't have enacted the emergency,
Would've-
that's for sure. They wouldn't have enacted this emergency bullshit.
That was 2 years into it. So
They wouldn't have
go
beat
back
around the
2
fucking
years
bush.
and tell me what do you think it would have looked like in March 2020 under a Conservative government?
I don't think that they would have put a mandate on anything.
Yeah, I think they would have shut the borders faster. I don't think there would have been a fucking 2-week curve. I don't think there would have been this soft infiltration that happened to try to convince us and then try to divorce all our jobs and tell us that our employers and shit. Like, I don't think any of that shit would have went down.
No, I don't think so either. I agree. I mean, the mandates wouldn't have been there. The ridiculous laws or whatever they're trying to implement,
Okay,
such
so
as
full stop.
you
Full
have.
stop.
Hold on, Samantha.
No,
I'm answering your
no,
question.
because it
I'm
wasn't our
answering your
government
question.
telling us what to do. It was Dr. Tam.
No.
Who do you think hired
Even
Dr.
so, she
Tam?
had to be an authority by somebody. Then the
he's
Yeah,
government.
who do you think gave her
didn't
that authority?
That's an easy
Didn't
cop.
Tam used to?
Dr. Tam would have been still telling the conservatives what to do, is what I'm saying.
No, Tam.
No, they
No,
wouldn't have had
we
Dr.
wouldn't have
Tam
listened
off.
though. We're not a bunch of sheep. That's the problem, Samantha. Is the left is sheep.
Yeah.
So they listen to Tam.
When did you give up your autonomy to the government? Period.
It's loyalty to Canada. Like,
I
I
mean,
got
one day
it's
one
my
day
loyalty
you
to
say
Canada.
it's my
No matter
body.
who the
Loyalty to
government
Canada
is.
is the people that are in it, not the government.
No
One day
matter
it's your
who
body,
the
it's your
government
choice.
is.
Canada includes the people.
I'm still grateful to have a democracy.
Hold on,
No matter
everybody.
who's in government, I'm grateful to be living in a democracy.
Let's put it this way: the
Hold on,
only
hold
time we actually have a
Everybody, I got a question. Just hold on. Samantha, you say you believe in God, right? And that you're going to do the better for the country or Canada. And if you don't believe in autonomy and if you believe in God, then you believe free will and choice should be number one. So I don't understand if you have an all high
I don't
power,
believe
then
that.
how
I
can
don't
you look
believe
at the
that.
government?
I don't believe it, but I do believe that most people run on their own free will. I don't think most people are running on God's will.
Yeah, they're
So
running.
one thing I want to make clear is the only time we actually have democracy is when we're voting. In between those times, we're at the whims of whoever's in control. Period.
I'd also like to point out
We
that
can sign
Canada
petitions,
also-
we can do this, we can do that, but what they say and they put into law is what goes.
In this
Hence our
age, in this
carbon tax.
computer age, if we all had I don't agree with like digital ID, but some kind of secure online thing, why can't more Canadians be voting on specific issues? Even special
use
people
blockchain.
from an area,
We could
representing.
easily use blockchain, Wheat Kings, for that. You know what I mean?
I think we're in a time where like issues, if it means billions of dollars going off to another country, put it to the whole fucking country.
Yeah.
And here's
Direct
the thing.
democracy.
Here's the thing I want to bring up to all the leftists that are in here watching on the panels and shit. You guys are like, oh yeah, let's do like these fucking online identities or digital IDs and stuff. If we start logging into the internet, you're not going to be able to have these anonymous accounts. You're not going to be able to troll people. You're not going to be able to do the stupid memes that you do because everybody's going to have to log into their government issued ID when they go onto these fucking online apps. Do you understand how locked down the world's going to get? Like, you're going to be monitored on every fucking social interaction you do. Goodbye, troll accounts.
They're already putting up warnings, okay? Like somebody from the military on my Facebook put up warnings about us getting off of here for China. Like, we are just playing into it, but I don't really care. But they are, like, putting us in pockets right now.
If they gave a fuck about China, right? On
No,
an app,
China gives a
just
fuck
hold
about
on,
our
so
information,
what, the
Backwoods.
second largest.
China gives a shit about our information.
What is our
Yeah, they wanna know-
we're like our second or
hold
third
on.
largest trading partner, China? If they were so worried about China infiltrating us on the app, what about all the electronics that get sent here from fucking TVs to PlayStations to whatever? If they wanted to fucking spy on us, they could easily put that in our electronics. But they don't fucking talk about that in the government.
Are though, that's what I'm saying is they're starting to say like that's what they're doing. They're harvesting our information now on this app. And this app has changed in the last couple of months. Like the algorithm for people who usually got 1,000 viewers in the States are only getting like 40 or 50, and that's because they're fucking with the algorithm on here. Like
I think you're
they
fucking
do
with the
have more
algorithm.
control of us than we think. And they call it harvesting our information. So they know there's pockets of us or you.
I'm sorry, did I bore you? Sorry.
You freedom fools, not me.
Freedom. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If they try to lock down
The government has been harvesting our information for so many fucking years. Samantha. You think they don't know about you?
I'm not talking about the Canadian government can have all the information they want on me. I don't want China to have mine.
Okay, so hold on.
already has it.
Where I am.
They monitor
Backup
31
plan
million
that
people.
China can get.
Do you guys honestly believe that if they tried to lock down the country again, that they would succeed this time, or would you guys have a difference of
No,
how you
because
react?
what's in place, what's coming in place is the WHO is passing its mandates on the 29th of this month, which means they have power and control over sovereign state because of amendments the United States placed a year and a half ago. They're voting on them. They're going to pass them. And if we have a pandemic, they'll be in control, not our
I thought
government.
climate lockdowns are next.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, but
Spin the
We're
wheel
not,
of
we're not
the
gonna get
lockdown.
locked down again like that. Like this is the shit I can't deal with.
But it'll be the HWO that is doing it, not our
They
government.
lock us
because
down
they'll be
once.
in
What makes you
control.
think they won't lock us down again?
Because we've stopped it from spreading. Like, did none of you guys go to
Oh,
school?
wait, you mean the convoys stopped it from spreading? Yes, they did.
Like, I went to school with a girl who had polio. Like, she didn't get the polio vaccine in time, you guys. Like, without all the other vaccines, none of us would even be arguing about this vaccine.
Do you think
They're
the
two
COVID
different
vaccine
types
did
of
fuck
vaccines.
all?
No.
okay.
I don't know if it did or didn't.
I don't know about you, but I had all the
vaccines
other
in
ones. just
general-
not those.
Vaccines in general have been keeping us alive, you guys.
You're older than I
Yeah,
am.
real
That's not
vaccine.
true.
That's true.
Real
but that doesn't
vaccines.
mean
This
that
wasn't
they
a
didn't fuck
vaccine.
up with this
It was
vaccine. That
medicine.
they didn't
It was medicine.
push it out
wasn't
too
a
quick.
vaccine.
Samantha,
They had to change the definition of vaccine to fit in the monstrosity that they put in place. It's a different type of delivery system. It's a different type of organization inside
and
the
that
vaccine
delivery
itself.
system-
And let's
not
not
the same.
forget that they lied.
And that same
Lied
delivery
about the
system is
vaccine.
how they're treating cancer patients. Slip.
Wait, hold on,
Said it was
hold
supposed
on.
to stop
Hold on.
transmission. Remember?
No.
Remember that? Does everybody remember
Hold on,
that? How
hold
they
on,
said it was
hold on,
supposed to stop
Right.
transmission.
Yeah.
Right.
Went
Let me
from-
ask you a question.
Went from
Samantha,
stopping.
do you think they eradicated the chicken pox? Do you think vaccines eradicated chicken pox?
Right?
Do you know what chicken pox does? Do you know what it is?
Mark, don't talk to me like that. I had chicken pox really bad, and I've had
Hey, hold on,
shingles a few
settle
times
down.
from having them bad, and
All
both
right.
my kids
So
had
you
chicken
know
pox.
that-
You listen to what he
Yeah,
was
they-
trying.
Can you
the
listen to
point
what
he
he's
was trying
saying
to
first,
make
Samantha?
first
Jesus
before
Christ.
you fucking attack
That's
him.
if I knew
Jesus
what
Christ.
chicken pox fucking were, and I'm trying to answer,
All right.
and now you're all
Samantha.
serpent.
Okay, Samantha, settle down, settle down.
It's
Did
part
you
of the
get-
herd
did you
Settle
get
down.
supply.
vaccinated for
Samantha,
chicken
what I'm
pox,
trying to
Samantha?
say is, Samantha, what I'm trying to say is they never eradicated the chicken pox because, again, you know that it harbors
fuck,
somewhere.
Mark.
Great, goes
You
dormant.
asked me a
Calm
question.
down.
And this is the
No,
problem.
No,
not
this is
done.
why.
He
Because
wasn't
he
even
asked me
finished.
a
Shut up,
question.
Samantha.
He really just wants to talk about the chicken pox, but he started it off with, "Hey Samantha, have you ever had them?" And then continued
No,
to
he
fucking
didn't.
talk over
he
me.
didn't. No, he
Imagine
didn't.
if you had
No, he
Asked
didn't.
you if you had
No,
them, you
Oh my
delulu.
fuck!
I said, have you heard of
He
the
didn't. He
chicken
just said
pox?
trigger.
How have I heard of
Eradicate
the
it.
fucking chicken pox?
Trigger.
And what
Okay,
was my
okay,
answer,
Samantha.
Mark? What was my
Samantha, what is-
answer? What
Okay,
was
the
my
question-
answer?
He didn't even
Samantha,
finish what he was
Samantha,
saying.
What was the answer,
Jesus,
Mark?
don't,
He didn't
does
even get to
anybody
finish
have
his
any
fucking
Adderall
question,
that we can give her?
Samantha.
Something?
Shut up.
Something to
Dude,
calm
I
her
think she
down?
needs to go back on her Ritalin or something.
Jesus, my
Oh, come
God,
on.
Samantha.
What he said, Samantha, was this: did it eradicate chickenpox?
Yes,
Did the vaccine
I asked her to
eradicate?
eradicate
He
chicken
wanted
pox.
to go on the tangent about chicken pox.
No,
So
stop.
he
He's
set
Here we
the
go.
stage.
Let's.
So he set the
Samantha.
stage with a question
Assuming she knows what people
that he
are
really
are
didn't
trying to
want
say.
the answer
How
to.
about
in his
you
mouth.
Because he
allow
was
Mark?
really going to
Put
say
words in
whatever
his
he was
fucking
going to say
Hey
anyway.
Samantha, how about you allow Mark to finish fucking speaking before you interrupt?
Oh, you not talk to me like that, you stupid cunt.
What? Are you bipolar?
Fuck
What is
you,
with
Samantha. See, and
What
there's
is
your.
with her?
And this is why I will never fucking
I
ever
don't
get along
clap
with
for
her.
either.
Ever.
Don't clap for her
Ever.
either.
She's a piece of fucking garbage.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, but you okay? So I told everybody when they were in
Yeah,
the
that
room.
was weird.
All right, if you overload her, she'll go crazy, and that's what happened. Because too many people are trying to talk to her at one time. Mark was trying to land a question. She was stuck on the chicken pox thing, but I know where you were going, Mark.
Yeah, but
You know
the
what I was
thing is
going
with
with
her
it.
is that she
Everybody jumping in at her.
completely.
Can somebody play the chicken dance now?
Yeah.
And shenanigans and Scotia Girls, I appreciate you guys coming in there and talking and just setting her straight. Thank you. Always, buddy.
Always got your back, Mark. Always.
Did she leave?
I literally
or did she
didn't
get
say
booted?
anything other than Mark had not even finished his point and that she needed to just close the hole below her nose and allow him to finish.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
She needed to shut her white
Exactly.
mouth, didn't she?
That's unhinged. Do you guys think that's part of the vaccines?
All right.
Because
Samantha, be good.
Now,
There
what
we
do you
go.
want from me? I just had to sit here and listen to Shannon call me a piece of shit and this and that. And now you want me to come
Okay,
back
well,
up here and
no,
be
just-
happier?
just-
Or do you want me to rip that
Like
little
you.
fucking
Seriously.
head face off?
Wait.
The shit that you have said.
Freak saying I'm a piece of
Showtime.
shit.
Showtime.
All right, we Kings, let me just say, okay. I want everybody to shut the fuck up. I want Mark to ask his question. I want Samantha, it's not about the chicken pox and your experience, but what he's going to tell you is the comparison to vaccinations over the years, and just listen to what he has to say before you jump in on the point. He's not pinpointing out your experience with it with your kids and you and having it, but just listen to what he has to say, please. And take the show time off, please. Everybody respect me because I want to hear this go through.
Take control, brother.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, Mark, go ahead. Samantha, please listen to Mark.
Okay, so all I was asking about the chicken pox is that did they eradicate it or does it just lie dormant within the body? And the answer is it lies dormant within the body. So the vaccines that you're talking about that cured all of us, that we wouldn't be here without them, is actually a lie. That's where shingles comes from. Shingles is actually from chicken pox. And I'm sure you know this. So we didn't eradicate shit. And that has nothing to do with it. But the vaccine that we were talking about today, which we're talking about this COVID-19 vaccine, that right there in and of itself, we had absolutely nothing that we could that can be utilized as a study to show any effects of what it would possibly do to the body. And that's all I was saying. So, I don't believe that any of these vaccines is keeping us here. It isn't. Did it help? Yes, but I don't believe.
I'm going to tell you one thing. The chickenpox vaccine didn't even come along until my kids were just about in high school. So I'm just going to bail on that topic.
What are you talking about?
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Did
How old
not
are your
get
kids?
chickenpox vaccines. We had chickenpox. They had chickenpox. We didn't have it. My kids were born in the 90s. They didn't. The chickenpox vaccine literally came along when they were in junior high, going into high school. So I didn't fuck with the chickenpox.
I got
You've been around since penicillin was
It's
mold.
a bad example.
No, I wouldn't talk about. I got
Vaccine, I
vaccinated when I
believe,
was a
came out
child,
in
but
the
I
late
was a child in the
80s,
70s.
early
Yeah.
90s.
Late 80s, actually. Very early.
McDonald's
Because I can remember I had chickenpox as well, and I remember getting it.
You're on too much Suboxone for anybody to understand you.
Go fuck yourself, you stupid cunt.
Wow, what's going
You
on?
keep talking a lot of shit about me. I'll give you something to talk shit about me for.
Yeah, you do it to yourself, Samantha. Like, go fuck yourself.
1872. Why
So,
why
yeah,
are
in
you so mad,
1872,
Samantha?
That's the problem right there, is that you claim to be fucking in recovery, and yet you fucking shoot other people down that are in recovery, and the fucking their means of recovery. Go
You're
fuck
the one who
yourself,
was on the
Samantha.
panel, Shani, talking about me when I wasn't even fucking up here. Own the shit that you're doing. You talk so much shit
that's
about
okay.
me.
I
Then when
own
I
it,
fucking talk you back, then you fucking cry like a little victim. Go get on the
I don't
left
cry
panel
like
there
a
and
little
cry with
fucking
those
victim.
gay guys that are fucking crying poor
So-
reasons.
He
Go fuck
doesn't
yourself.
cry like a victim.
You're a piece of shit,
Danny.
Samantha. You are.
So
Shani
the
said
first-
so. Shani said I'm a piece of shit, so I'm a piece of
Just
shit.
hold on, Shani. I'm gonna
You
drop you
fucking
down.
the
Just hold
shit
on.
that you have said about me is fucking absolutely despicable.
Shutting your
and
fucking mouth, and I wouldn't
unfucking
have had to say
Go
that.
fuck
Do you not
yourself,
understand
Samantha.
that you talked first? Shut up!
I didn't say
You
shit.
guys
You know what? We're
came
not
at me first
Shanny,
when
I
I
have
wasn't
to
even
drop
on
you
the
down.
panel.
This Samantha, just quiet. Shanny, I have to drop you down just because I was going to give Samantha the floor to actually have conversation with us on the right, and I don't need the fighting in the room. That was the whole point of the live tonight, was to give Samantha some space where she's fighting with the left and the right, and I want to understand. I just seen her for the last 2 months. It's nothing against you, Shanny. I just don't want. I want to have some dialogue here with Samantha.
So if we're talking about vaccines, the first spike protein vaccine that was patented was in 1990. In between 1990 and 2018, there were studies done every year on the effectiveness of the spike protein vaccine on this virus that had been floating around, which in 1965 was isolated. It was part of the flu family. They found that these vaccines had no effect on this mutating virus because of the nature of the viruses themselves. You cannot find a credible study that says these actually work on mutating viruses because they don't. They may mutate too fast for any vaccine to keep up with. And that's the science on it. So
my question to you is, Samantha, you're not taking any more boosters, are you? You don't believe that shit's still fucking helping you?
No, I'm not.
So then why such a fucking hard on for fucking us then? Like why hasn't your opinion or new information have scoped a different outlook on how you view us? You know, people
I just get confused. Like I said, like Mark tries to bring up the, like, of all vaccines, the chickenpox one, when, like I said, because my kids had them at a young age, it wasn't something it wasn't something the nurses were offering to, like, they asked, your kids had the chickenpox? Yes, they had the chickenpox. So they obviously weren't offering my kids a chickenpox virus. So, or a vaccine.
Well,
so to use that one as an example with me, I needed to bail on that. And then
Did they get
everybody starts
measles,
screaming,
mumps,
well, it's the
rubella?
same as every other vaccine. And like, why do you guys want to convince me that it was so bad? Like, we're going to see it. We're going to see it if it was bad and it did damage. And I believe maybe, but I'm not going to be heard on a panel saying
Honestly,
anything like that.
To answer the question though, was because if you know that what they're doing is giving you something that's bad for your body, why wouldn't
No,
you
I
want to
don't
try to help them?
necessarily know that about this COVID one, but what I do know, what my understanding, which maybe some of you guys aren't understanding, is that new delivery system that they used in that, whether it's an experiment or not, they're going to be using that same delivery system a lot in medicine.
Well, you mean CRISPR-Cas9? And yes, it will be used a lot, and it will. Have a lot
do you mean
of
the lipid
benefits.
nanoparticles? Like what are you talking about? Like I don't
Like the
feel like you have a good
NRSA
enough
part of it or
knowledge
whatever to
speak on this.
transfer it. He knows what I'm talking about.
Specifically talking about.
She's talking about the mRNA.
Like when you say
mRNA.
the delivery system, what do you mean?
Delivery, yeah, that part they said. That's
the delivery.
that's the good part of
needle?
it. No,
The
the good
needle,
part
or
of
do you
it.
mean the
It's
mRNA?
the
that's in it?
nanolipid particle delivery system that was developed in Arbutus and Acuitas pharmaceutical in BC here, and it's used for all the vaccines. But it has, it's just the delivery system. It has nothing to do with mRNA or
That was a good thing that you wrote on experimenting is they improved the delivery.
I have a limited knowledge on this stuff because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a virologist, I don't have anything. But like listening to you speak about this makes me fucking feel good about the knowledge that I've been able to curate. Right? Like you sound like a fucking fool.
Do I sound like a robot by any chance? Because I dropped my phone in the bath yesterday, so.
No, you sound fine, honey.
Okay, I'm just checking, yeah. It's just my speaker that's a little bit fucked then.
Wait, Red Dead, were you having a bath?
Yeah, I had a
You
bath.
got
Yeah.
some kind of weird accent coming through your phone.
Shut up, Mark. That's our base.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you turn the accent off?
I can see Jimmy putting on a little bit of Barry White.
What accent would you like, though? You want me to go a little bit more west?
Barry Manilow?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Who's Barry Manilow?
You know who Red Dead, don't even lie. I can see you put that
I'm
on.
29, I don't know who that is. I got a
Shakira.
There's no time finding Barry Manilow is.
Barry Manilow is the guy whose nose is so big he could snort the roof.
Are we going to get romantic up here now?
Singer.
Hey, Scott, talk. What's up, brother?
So Samantha,
David, you hosting?
If it's a good delivery system, yeah. If it's a good delivery system, Samantha, why'd you stop taking the boosters?
No, I don't know that much about it. I was just saying that for what's in front of me and my mom, like just being diagnosed with cancer and stuff, I just know that system is going to be something that delivers her treatments.
Does your brain ever say that's why she got cancer?
Well, she is saying that, yes, sir. But I don't want to talk about that.
Mine does. I'm 54 and I
don't
got
want
it,
to
Samantha,
talk about
11
that
months
right now.
after they nailed
That's
me
what
with
I
it.
just said.
Samantha, besides the vaccines and all that bullshit, like, do you agree with most of my ideology or what? Because, like, the shit I see you saying to the lefties in their live would be the same shit I would be saying.
Because I think, like, I already said this, like, I understand you because you understand me. As soon as you knew what a loyalist was and how there's so few of us left here and stuff is kind of where I just paid attention to your opinions.
Your points are okay. I just don't like her as a person.
Oh, Billy, I mean, Jimmy,
Billy.
knocking off your senior last name.
I don't like Samantha, period.
Billy, I don't know why I always want to call him Billy Bob.
I guess
Billy,
boring
between
is a
you
good
and
thing.
David drinking beer last night, I don't know who was worse. Wait.
What
that
up,
was
Adam?
me, wasn't it?
Makes sense backwards.
What's that?
Does that make sense?
Man, I like you. You're crazy. I think you're funny. I don't know myself. I think you're fucking off the lunch, but I like it. I don't know.
But I will say this, Samantha, you drive away a lot of people that are like you, Samantha, because you snap like you did with, like Shani's not a bad person. She really is a good, decent person.
She has been to
And
me.
like she did with me, calling me a
Shani
cunt.
has been a
she'll
bad
turn
person.
around
Don't
and snap back at you.
Don't discount what Shani's done. Like you guys, I was off the
listen.
panel and she was calling, oh, she's a piece of shit, she
But
said.
listen, Samantha,
No,
listen to me.
no.
Just
Samantha,
for a moment.
Samantha,
Listen.
quick
No, can I
question.
speak, guys?
What did
for a
I do to
second?
you for
Can I
you to
speak?
call me a cunt? You don't know me from the fucking hole in the ground, yet you called
Right,
me a
and then
cunt.
somebody else yells back at you,
Stuff like that.
Samantha, and you go, they talk bad about me. But be honest with you, they're no different than you are. They just protect themselves.
So
They
what
defend
else-
themselves.
Can I just? I just want to
Don't call people down to defend myself. I don't call you guys down to boost myself up. I boost my fucking self up.
Well,
Me
what do you
and
call
God,
me
I'm all
down for
myself.
then?
I don't need to fucking call her a
But
piece
why
of
do you
shit.
call me
I
down
took
then?
her out at the
Hold
knees
on.
with my
Samantha.
words. One
her out
second,
at-
because I got off when I was off the panel. She continued to say that Samantha's just a piece of shit. So I come back
you're
up on
talking
the
about her
panel,
now.
and my fighting words are, "Shut up," because you're all doped up out on Suboxone. So her
She's not,
reality
though.
is, listen, her reality is, I'm a piece of shit, and my reality is, she's too doped up on Suboxone to have a conversation. Do you get it?
Here's
No,
a question.
no,
All I
I
was
think
trying
it's-
to do was get you to listen to what Mark had to say, and you called me a cunt. What the fuck was that for?
Can I make a statement?
My phone sounds like a Geiger counter.
It's like my reality is that you're like just like an old crazy broad who's like 2 steps away from being a bag lady. But like sometimes you say stuff that I agree with. So like what? Yeah.
I find
So-
she's kind of facetious.
Sufficient.
Bag lady.
Facetious, you mean?
No, facetious.
Fucking crazy.
Facetious.
A bag lady, Jimmy.
She's a
Come on.
tsushimi of anger sometimes.
The shatimi.
That's a new word I've never heard of. Pigs. Like fuck.
So what I feel, right, from my perspective is Samantha's like me when I go into a leftist panel, just that Samantha's getting this from the right and the left. When she feels like she's being dogpiled, she just calls everybody names because that's what I do. Go fucking. So I can understand that.
I kind of get where she's coming from, but like she's like literally throwing cats at people at this point. She's just like, fucking crazy old fucking broad.
Oh yeah, she definitely cackles a lot crazier than I do. I'm not like.
Well, Jimmy, you might not have been here, but I thought that Diagolon was a real thing until 15 minutes ago. So
This is why we don't trust you when you talk about vaccinations.
I'm glad you learned it's a huge joke, but the more they talk about it, it makes